This is an Elddis Crusader Aurora. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker, you've got your two gas bottle tie downs and you've got your gas regulator on the bulkhead. Should you need the gas pipe work that goes from the regulator to the bottle, we do have that in stock here in our on-site shop. Carry a maximum of 2 6 kg bottles in the bottle locker or in the storage locker at any time. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your water pump connection, very simple to use. Pull it out or push it into the side of the van. You can use a cover here to lock it in place. The pickup pipe itself drops down inside the acroll and it needs to be fully submerged at all times. You then have your wind down leg and you have another one on the opposite side of the caravan in the same location. Heating and hot water flue. Remove the cover prior to igniting the heating and hot water system. It's mainly for when you're using the gas side, but I do just advise you just take it off when you arrive on site so you get in the habit of doing it. Down the side of the van, you've got your two fridge vents. Two fridge vents are very simply there to allow the hot air out the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. Behind one of those there'll also be a gas flue for when you're in the fridge on gas. Down the side of the van, you've got your motor mover and wheel nuts. We'll demonstrate the motor mover to you while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts to the correct setting. You've then got your grey waste pipes coming outside the van. So the fresh water that goes in the front of the caravan has to come out somewhere. And you'll see behind these two covers, there are two larger diameter holes. Your grey pipework will push into them holes, then drop down inside the waste master. At the back of the caravan, you've got your toilet flush tank. So you'll open this up with a key and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. Then in the bottom, you have your toilet's waste tank, which you release by pulling up the orange handle and pulling the cassette towards you. The orange neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away. The cap here is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. And at the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. In this cassette you'll put 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. Back of the van, again you've got your two wind down legs, so you've got one here and there's one in the same position on the right hand side of the van. At the rear of the van, on the left hand side or on the door side of the caravan, you've got a storage locker front underneath the bed at the rear of the van. You've then got your battery locker with your mains power lead coming to the side of the van just here. Hot air vent so you can have your blown air heating on inside of the caravan and also out to your awning. You then got your motor mover power switch, which we'll demonstrate to you in person, and then your barbecue gas point on the front left hand side of the caravan also. Coming on to the inside of the caravan now. You'll find as you come down towards the bed the main control panels for the caravan. So this is your master power switch for the caravan, power on and off on this control panel here. Battery volts will come up on this screen just here when you have a battery on board. You've then got your water level for when you've got the onboard water storage tank full. I'll explain how you fill that in a moment. You've got your water pump run just here, which I'll come back to in a moment as well. Then below that you've got your heating and hot water controls. First thing you're going to need to do when you come in the caravan is turn the power on just here, so you can see what you're doing. You're then going to open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system so you can fill the water system up. Now you'll notice I've already filled the system up. However, after each use of the caravan we do advise you drain it down completely. So what you'll need to do is when you arrive on site, come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the caravan, and just below that seat you'll see a yellow valve. So that yellow valve is just there. That yellow valve needs to be flat with the floor before you fill the water system up. If it's upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it will drain all of the water out of the system onto the floor underneath the van. So like I said, flat with the floor to fill the system up. With your acroll connected on the outside and that yellow valve shut underneath that seat, you'll then come over to the water pump control on the wall just here. And if you're going to fill the caravan directly from the acroll on the outside of the caravan, you're going to put the switch to taps at the bottom here, and the water system, once it is full, will allow water to run out of every tap on board the caravan continuously. as you can see here, we've got water running continuously and hot water, as I've already turned on the hot water tank. But once that water system's full, you'll shut all of the taps back off, and that is when you can start thinking about warming the water up. Now, at the start of the video, you'll notice when we started going through the water system, I did mention an onboard water storage tank. So the tank you see down in the corner there is your boiler, essentially. However, on this particular caravan, you have another tank underneath the seat on the right hand side of the van. Now what you'll see is, so to onboard water tank, you're going to need the valve here pointing towards the right, and if you want to run the acque rail from the outside of the caravan, you're going to need to turn this valve round into the opposite position. When I can, you're going to spin it all the way around into this position, so you can run directly from your hot water tank directly to the taps. So now when I want to fill the onboard water tank, I'll put this valve back into the right hand position, and then I'll come over to the control panel on the wall just here. Again, you'll need to wait till water is running continuously out of all the taps, and then I'll hit the tank switch just here, which will allow the water system to fill the onboard water storage tank. When you're here on site, again, do have a play with that and see, so you can see how it all works. Now, below that, you've got your hot water switches. So the switch here on the left-hand side is your electric water heating. Now, as you can see, that is already turned on, so it works like a standard switch. Flick the switch down, and the hot water system will start warming up on mains power if you have it connected to the caravan. Below that, you've got your option for your ultra store on gas. You'll spin this outer dial to the flame symbol to ignite the water system on gas. If it ignites, you'll have a green light just here. And if it fails to ignite, you'll have a red light appear next to it. Now on gas, you can control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees of temperature. That red light's just appeared, as you can see here, because there's no gas on the van. If you're showering on board the caravan, we do advise you use the gas to boost the water system whilst you are showering. To isolate the gas supply, spin the dial back to the off position just here, and it will turn the gas supply back off. Below that, you have your electric heating for the caravan for this heater down here. Now, to operate this on mains power, again, you'll need to have this switch on the left hand side. On the ultra heat switches, you'll need to have this switch on. Then on this dial here on the right hand side, you'll notice it says 500, 1000 or 2000 watts. So what we'll do is select the amount of power we want the heater to use, so whether it be 500, 1000 or 2000, then we'll control the room temperature on the dial in the centre here. The higher the number, the hotter the heater will be. To operate the heater on gas, you have a dial on the right hand side here. Now obviously you're going to need gas on board the van to do this. You're going to spin the dial round between 10 and 9 and push down the gas valve. It self-ignites, and then when it does ignite, in this window down the front of the heater, you'll actually have your pilot light. Once that pilot light is there, you'll hold down the gas valve for a further 5 to 10 seconds, then slowly release the valve and then be able to control the temperature on the dial on top. The caravan is also fitted with blown air heating, very similar to what your car has. So the dial here on the left hand side, the dot indicates heat is going to come out the front of the heater. The wave symbol indicates continuous blown air. You can then control the fan speed on the dial on top, and the heat will come out the vents around the caravan. The two that you see right down the bottom there, the two white vents on either side at the front there, is where that will come out of. For automatic blown air, which cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the van, you can select the A, and the thermostat will cut the fans in and out as they are needed. Next up is the fridge. Now with the fridge, very simple to use. I'm just going to shut the roof hatch so you can see the screen clearly. To turn the fridge on, you've got a power button just here. Now at the moment, the fridge is trying to ignite on gas. When it fails to ignite on gas, this blue light here is going to start flashing. If it's solid, it means it has ignited. It's also going to come up with an error symbol 9 or a number 9 and a spanner symbol to indicate it has failed to ignite. You can control the temperature of the fridge on gas on this button on the right hand side, and the more bars you have lit up, the colder the fridge will be. Press the button again and it'll allow you to go to 240 mains. So if you're on mains powered site, you can use the fridge on 240. 12 volt mode is the connection from the car to the caravan that powers it. So if you haven't got the right connection on the back of your car, the fridge will not work as a cool box as you are travelling. So the battery symbol is essentially the 12 volt supply from the car, not the battery on board the caravan. The fridge, when it is on cool box mode, will not have a temperature control because, like I said, it is just a cool box, so it will just keep things chilled as you are travelling. Microwave, hob, grill and oven, all very much like your household appliances, no difference at all there. Last thing we're going to go through on this particular van is the toilet system in the bathroom. The toilet has an electric flush on top, so you press the button to flush the toilet. Toilet has a red indicator light to let you know when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. At the moment the toilet cassette's not completely in place, hence why that light is illuminating. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see here. However, when you're removing the cassette from underneath the van, you need to make sure it's in the straight forward position. Then below the toilet, you also have your grey waste handle, so you need to push it into the open position to allow the waste into the cassette under the van. And when you're not using the loo, have it in the closed position, and also have it in that position when you're removing the toilet cassette from underneath the van. So that is the Elddis Crusader Aurora. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you again. Bye bye.